I would never want to be a bitch that was carless for almost 3 years.
She's the one who shot her. She's the one who shot her. Restraining order, but she shot her.
I'm licensed to carry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bitch.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
Calm down.
Oh my God, like y'all, I'm so happy for Romeca.
September 8th, 2024, 9:06 a.m. Outside a Chicago South Loop Elementary School, Romeca Meeks leans down to kiss her 6-year-old son goodbye. Inside his lunchbox, a handwritten note, "Have a great day, baby." 1 minute later, gunshots shatter the morning air. Romeca falls to the pavement, shot multiple times in the face. The shooter, Quadajah Johnson, known as Holly, doesn't run. She turns to her boyfriend, Carlos, the father of Romeca's child. They fist bump. Holly is taken into custody. By afternoon, she's released. No charges filed. The city of Chicago demands answers. Romeca's family screams for justice. 3 months pass. Then, December 4th, Holly is arrested in Wrigleyville, charged with first-degree murder. What changed? The evidence prosecutors uncovered will shake you. Welcome to Viral Crime Psychology. To my loyal subscribers, I pray your families remain safe and protected wherever they are. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Here we bring you the untold details of true crime cases, the facts others leave behind, and the truths that deserve to be heard. Today, we explore the arrest that took 3 months of outcry, evidence, and a family's relentless fight for justice. Romeca Meeks drops her son at school. Minutes later, Quadajah Holly Johnson fires multiple shots, killing her in broad daylight. Holly walks free that same day. No arrest, no charges. The community erupts. Protests flood the streets. Romeca's family refuses to stay silent. Then an eyewitness steps forward. New testimony emerges. A grand jury is convened to review the evidence. While prosecutors build their case, Holly launches a YouTube channel. She posts about healing, positivity, and moving forward with her life. She has no idea what's coming. December 4th, Holly is arrested in Wrigleyville, completely unaware. She's charged with first-degree murder. In court, she's revealed to be 7 weeks pregnant. Her defense? Self-defense. The judge reviews the facts. The chokehold, the gunshots, the fist bump celebration. His response is swift. Celebrating in the street after shooting someone is not self-defense. Holly is ordered to remain in custody. This is the update the city has been waiting for, and it's only the beginning. Romeca Meeks was 31 years old, a mother who never missed a morning routine. Every day, she drove her 6-year-old son to school in Chicago's South Loop. Every day, she made sure he knew he was loved. The handwritten notes weren't just gestures, they were promises. Small pieces of paper tucked into his lunchbox with messages like, "Have a great day, baby," or "Mommy loves you." Her son kept them all. September 8th started like any other morning. Romeca snapped a photo of the note she'd written and posted it to social media. By the time her followers saw it, she was already at the school. By the time they commented, she was gone. That note, the one from her last post, her son would fold carefully and tuck into his shoes. He wore it to her funeral. Have you ever left someone you love, not knowing it would be the last time? Drop a comment below. Quadajah Johnson went by Holly. She was a mother too. She was also the girlfriend of Carlos, the father of Romeca's child. 2 women, 1 man, 2 children caught in the middle. But Holly wasn't just navigating a complicated relationship, she was building a case. Carlos was the connection, the father of Romeca's child, the father of Holly's child, the man both women had loved, fought over, and couldn't escape. This wasn't just a love triangle, it was a custody nightmare. School pickups became battlegrounds. Court dates turned into screaming matches. Every interaction carried the weight of unresolved anger and competing claims over who deserved to be there, who had the right to stand beside him. Holly filed protective orders. Romeca's family called them manipulative. Witnesses described months of escalating confrontations, arguments in parking lots, tense exchanges at drop-offs, accusations hurled across playgrounds while children watched. Friends of both women saw it coming. They just didn't know when. Carlos moved between 2 worlds, 2 households, two mothers raising his children in the shadow of his choices. The friction wasn't just between Holly and Romeca anymore. It was suffocating everyone around them. By early September, people close to the situation say the tension had become unbearable. Something had to break. 9:06 a.m. Romeca arrives at the elementary school in Chicago's South Loop. She's there to drop off her son, just like every other morning. But Holly is already there. So is Carlos. According to prosecutors, a verbal argument erupts immediately. Words are exchanged, voices rise, then it turns physical. Carlos grabs Romeca, puts her in a chokehold. Witnesses see Romeca struggling, trying to break free. Holly doesn't intervene. She walks away. Back to her car, she opens the door, reaches inside, pulls out a gun. What happens next is captured on surveillance footage. Romeca is still near the school entrance. Holly raises the weapon, fires multiple shots. Romeca falls to the pavement, shot in the face. Holly doesn't run. She doesn't panic. She walks back to Carlos. They fist bump. Prosecutors would later describe this moment in court. Not as self-defense, not as a tragic accident, but as an execution carried out in broad daylight, in front of a school, with a 6-year-old's mother bleeding out on the concrete. What prosecutors revealed about those final moments will make your blood boil. The gunshots echo across the school parking lot. Parents freeze. Children scream. Romeca Meeks collapses onto the pavement, blood pooling beneath her. Holly Johnson stands over her, gun still in hand. She doesn't drop the weapon in shock. She doesn't call for help. She turns around and walks back toward Carlos. They fist bump. Not a nod, not a glance. A fist bump, a gesture of acknowledgement, of completion. Witnesses standing nearby can't believe what they're seeing. This isn't panic. This isn't fear. This is something else entirely. Emergency services arrive within minutes. Romeca is still breathing, barely. Paramedics rush her to Stroger Hospital. Doctors work frantically to save her life. They can't. Romeca Meeks is pronounced dead, a mother of a 6-year-old boy, killed outside his school, the handwritten notes still in his lunchbox. Holly is taken into custody at the scene. Police separate her from Carlos. They collect evidence, interview witnesses, secure the surveillance footage. Then, hours later, Holly is released. No charges filed. The news spreads fast. Social media erupts. How does someone shoot a woman in the face in broad daylight, in front of witnesses, on camera, and walk free the same day? Romeca's family is devastated. Her sister takes to social media demanding answers. Her mother speaks to reporters, her voice breaking. How does a killer just walk away? Protests organize outside the police station. Community leaders call for accountability. The hashtag Justice for Romeca trends across Chicago and beyond. But Holly goes home, and for weeks it seems like nothing will happen. Like Romeca's life didn't matter. Like her son will never see justice for his mother. The city of Chicago is watching, waiting, and the anger is only growing. Romeca's sister refuses to stay silent. Within hours of the shooting, she's on social media, posting photos of Romeca, demanding answers, calling out the system that let a killer walk free. Her posts go viral. Thousands share them, tens of thousands comment. The message is clear. This cannot stand. Vigils are organized outside the school where Romeca died. Candles are lit. Her son's classmates and their parents gather, holding signs that read "Justice for Romeca" and "Mothers deserve safety." Protests march through Chicago's South Loop. Community activists amplify the family's voice. Local news picks up the story. Then national outlets follow. The pressure becomes impossible to ignore. Politicians are asked about the case in press conferences. The police department issues statements promising a thorough investigation. But for Romeca's family, words aren't enough. They want charges. They want accountability. They want the person who killed their daughter, their sister, their friend, behind bars. Then, weeks after the shooting, someone comes forward. An eyewitness who was there that morning. Someone who saw everything.
Was slamming her with the door when she was standing in her door frame, not even close to the female on the other side. So she was literally standing on the other side of the road, and
their testimony contradicts Holly's version of events. The claim of self-defense begins to crumble under scrutiny. Prosecutors review the surveillance footage frame by frame. They examine the timeline, the argument, the chokehold, Holly walking to her car, retrieving the gun, firing multiple shots. Then the fist bump. A grand jury is convened. Witness statements are presented. Forensic evidence is analyzed. The medical examiner's report is reviewed. Every detail is laid out in front of the jurors. Prosecutors build their case methodically. They don't rush. They can't afford mistakes. Romeca's family has waited long enough. The community is watching. The evidence has to be airtight. Behind closed doors, the grand jury weighs what they've seen and heard. The question isn't just whether Holly pulled the trigger. That's undisputed. The question is whether it was murder. While prosecutors work, Holly Johnson moves on with her life, or at least, she tries to. She launches a YouTube channel, The Real Holly Johnson. In her introductory video, she addresses the camera directly. She talks about healing, about positivity, about using social media as a space for peace, not drama. She writes, "Thank you to everyone who has supported me, checked on me, prayed for me, and stood by me through everything. Your love means more than you'll ever know." She posts about her journey, her thoughts, her plans for the future. On Thanksgiving, she uploads a photo showing off her boots and outfit. The caption radiates confidence, "Feeling good about my future." She responds to supportive comments. She talks about leaving negativity behind. She's building a new narrative, one where she's the survivor, not the perpetrator. But what Holly doesn't know is that the grand jury has already made their decision. The indictment is coming, and her future is about to look very different than she imagined. December 4th, 2024, around noon, Wrigleyville, Chicago. Quadajah Holly Johnson is going about her day. She has no idea that across the city an arrest warrant has been issued in her name. Police locate her. They approach. Within moments, she's in handcuffs. Holly is arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the death of Romeca Meeks. The news breaks fast. Social media explodes. Romeca's family, who've been waiting nearly 3 months for this moment, can barely process it. The community that rallied, protested, and refused to let this case fade, they're vindicated. The next day, Holly appears in court for her bond hearing. Her attorney immediately frames her defense, self-defense. She feared for her life. She had no choice. But prosecutors present a different story. They walk the judge through the evidence, the surveillance footage, the eyewitness testimony, the sequence of events that morning. The argument, Carlos choking Romeca, Holly walking to her car, retrieving the gun, firing multiple shots, and then the fist bump. The judge listens, reviews the evidence, considers Holly's claim of self-defense. Then he speaks. Celebrating in the street after shooting someone is not self-defense. Holly is ordered to remain in custody. No bond, she will await trial behind bars. The courtroom is silent for a moment. Then Romeca's family exhales, some cry. Others nod quietly, the weight of 3 months finally lifting, just slightly. Outside the courthouse, social media erupts again. This time, the tone is different. God is good. She'll never beat this charge. Carlos, you're next. Romeca's sister posts that same day. It's her birthday. She writes, "I am so happy. Lots of happy birthdays to me. Sister, you gave me the best birthday gift like you always do. I see all texts and calls. I'm just crying and soaking this in. Give me a second." Romeca Meeks, you that girl. For the first time since September 8th, Romeca's family feels something they haven't felt in months. Hope. Hope that justice won't just be promised, it will be delivered. While Holly sits in custody, Carlos remains free. But he's not silent. On November 23rd, he posts to social media, "This is a terrible situation I have to face, and God knows who was right or wrong in that situation. I know you all want me to be the bad guy so bad, but that's just not me. But please stop trying to harass me on this app, people. I love and was there for both of my baby mamas and a very active father." He denies wrongdoing. He insists he loved both women. He positions himself as the victim of public judgment, caught between two people he cared about. But the public isn't buying it. Comments flood his posts. People point to the surveillance footage, Carlos choking Romeca moments before Holly retrieved the gun. They ask why he didn't stop Holly, why he fist bumped her after Romeca was shot. Just yesterday, Carlos posted again, "I smile to hide the pain, not 'cause I'm happy." The question remains, should Carlos face charges too? He didn't pull the trigger, but prosecutors say he put Romeca in a chokehold. He was there. He celebrated afterward. Should Carlos be charged as an accomplice? Let me know in the comments. This case is a reminder of how fast tragedy can strike. Jealousy, unresolved conflict, a toxic relationship that no one could escape. One morning, one argument, one gun, and a family is shattered forever. A 6-year-old boy lost his mother. He'll grow up with a handwritten note in his memory and a funeral he shouldn't have had to attend. Romeca Meeks didn't deserve this. She was doing what every parent does, dropping her child at school, and she was killed for it. By telling her story, we honor her memory. We demand accountability. We remind the world that her life mattered, that her son deserves justice, that no one should die in a school parking lot while their child waits inside. Thank you for watching. If justice matters to you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this case isn't over yet. Romeca Meeks did nothing wrong. She dropped her son at school. She packed him a note, and she was murdered for it. Her story teaches us that safety isn't promised. Justice isn't automatic, but silence guarantees nothing changes. To Romeca's family, we see you, we hear you, and we won't let her name be forgotten. What do you think Holly's sentence should be? And should Carlos be charged as an accomplice? Drop your thoughts below. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there.